If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to start your podcast. Let me explain. 1, it's free. 2, they monetize your podcast with no minimum listeners. 3, they actually distribute your podcast to a lot of the top platforms, Apple, iTunes, Google Play. All right, this is how you do this. Go download the Anchor app, it's free, or go to anchor.fm. Get started. Once again, download the Anchor app. It's free. Or go to anchor.fm. Peace.
Hey guys, Amanda Hellie, DJ Iceberg 365, anchor for RYC Praise News. First up, from Rapzilla, DMX drops a Christian rap verse with Mike Servan and Curtis Hoppy. A Fire News single has dropped titled Prayer, featuring Mike Servan, Earl Simmons, also known as DMX, and Curtis Hoppy from the movie soundtrack GTI. Could this mean that rapper DMX is officially rapping full-time for the gospel? You can check out the music video on YouTube by searching GTI Prayer. Next up, also from Rapzilla, I'm so excited to hear this, Trip Lee has a new music on the way very soon. On the annual 116 Day, January 16th, Reach Records hosted a Zoom call with Lecrae, Tadashi, Trip Lee, Hulvey, Wandy, and Marcus Hollinger talking with fans about Wandy and Hulvey's new track, Still 40 Deep, and the legacy of the 116 movement. In the Q&A section, Trip Lee was asked about coming out of retirement and showcased a full folder of music he's working on. He then shared that the music was coming very soon. Trip Lee's last album was The Waiting Room, released in December 2016, and his last solo single was January 2019's No Days Off. Check out the full story and watch the full 44-minute Zoom call on Rapzilla.com. Daryl Jones has released a book called Man's Guide to a Great Marriage. Here's what Daryl had to say. Took 3 long, hard years to finish, but it's done. A Man's Guide to a Great Marriage. This will greatly bless your marriage. If you're single, this is wisdom for the greatest institution and attainment a man can gain. A Great Wife, and will be available in March, now accepting pre-orders. Message Daryl to reserve your copy. Visit facebook.com/darryl.jones.1675. One more for you this week. Sam Pierce, known as Sam Purpose, shared this on Facebook recently. Shout out to NBC, Fox, and CBS for featuring my testimony on their page. Who would have thought a kid from Middlesex, North Carolina would be on a platform like this? All glory to God only, like my brother would say. NBC, Fox, and CBS shared exclusive interview with Sam Purpose, and you can find links to those stories at facebook.com/SamPurposeMusic. RYC Praise News seeks to inform you about what is going on in all the cities dealing with gospel music, fashion, and sports. We have a live 365 station for RYC Praise News. You can check it out at bit.ly/RYC Praise News. We are accepting music submissions, podcasts under 30 minutes, and DJ mixes 30 to 60 minutes long. Please submit those to rycpraisenews@gmail.com. Drop our Facebook page a like at facebook.com/RYC Praise News. Subscribe to RYC Praise News on YouTube. And follow us on Twitter at NewsRYC and Instagram at RYC Praise News. I hope you enjoyed this week's report. Share this video and leave story suggestions for next week down in the comments. I'd also love to hear what you thought on this week's video. I'm DJ Iceberg 365 for RYC Praise News. I'll see you next week.